YouTube, what it do? It's your boy Ken, and I'm back for another video. Just got up out of the truck, had me a run at like 4 a.m. I just finished that up, parked the truck, came back to the crib. I got a broom in here. I got this blower. I had me some soil in the truck, some leaves and all type of weirdo stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and clean out the back of the truck, make sure it's spotless. Today, I ain't even gonna run no route in this video. Y'all ain't gonna see no pallets in this video. Y'all ain't gonna see no freight in this video. Y'all ain't gonna see no couches move. No, none of that today. Today's video, I just wanna go over a few points I got wrote down in my phone and really like review and reflect on these past 12 months. About a week or so, maybe 2 weeks or something like that, I will officially be 1 year old. You know what I'm saying? My authority will be 1 year old. So I'll go ahead, clap it up, you know what I'm saying? Post the hand claps in the comments, you know what I'm saying? We made it, you feel me? Really one of the first topics I want to touch on. But before we touch on them topics, I really want to say I appreciate y'all for sticking around. I know I ain't posted a video in like 3 weeks, damn near a month. But really, I just been running, I've been grinding. I've been kind of in my head a little bit, just a little bit. But, you know, we prevail. We're still running, wheels still rolling. And we good, you know what I'm saying? I bounced back, you know, mindset still good. Just ain't really, you know, sometimes you just don't feel like picking up the camera, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes these videos get redundant to, you know, a point. Like, it's like, okay, how many videos do y'all want to see me running the same freight? How many videos y'all want to see me going to the same places? How many videos do y'all want to see me pulling up to Ferguson? How many videos do y'all want to see me, you know, moving the pallet jack with my hands and all that stuff, you know? Obviously, I could get like a GoPro or like the little meta glasses or whatever and get y'all some different angles and stuff like that, and try and get more footage of me talking to these brokers and talking to these shippers and cold calling, being on the phone and all that stuff, which I might consider bringing into the mix. But sometimes you just do not want to bring that camera out, bro. Sometimes you just want to hop in that truck, run the stops, run your route, you know, pick up, drop off, whatever, park the truck and go back to the crib, you feel me? Again, I just want to say I appreciate y'all. I appreciate all the love. I appreciate all the hate, the comments, the feedback, the likes, the dislikes, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate everything that y'all been doing. All the DMs on Instagram, all the follows. I've been connecting with a few of y'all. Shout out to y'all. Y'all know who y'all are. You know what I'm saying? And really, I'm back, you know what I'm saying? I had a goal that I really wanted to hit 1,000 subscribers before the year end. I wanted to get monetized on YouTube. It's always been a goal of mine to be a YouTube partner, you know what I'm saying? And I finally hit all the watch hours. Shout out to y'all. Y'all been watching my videos. Y'all been sharing them around. I don't know if y'all got them hoes on repeat and, you know, rewind, replay and all that stuff, but whatever y'all doing, we hit the 4,000 watch hours, so I appreciate all that, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all support. But I think we're nearing like 740 something subscribers, 750 subscribers, so we only need like 250 more. And, you know, we got the rest of August, we got September, we got October, we got November, and we got December, so we got 5 months. So if we get 50 subscribers each of them months, then we'll hit it. And that kind of, you know, really is like a reminder for me to like, hey, drop these videos, you know what I'm saying? So I might start bringing some different type of content to this channel, you know what I'm saying? I might start showing like my prep, like, oh, I'm printing out the BOL the night before, I'm waking up at 5 a.m, then I hit the gym, then I'm gonna go to the truck, then I'm gonna go run the route, and then I'm gonna do my back office stuff, I'm gonna factor the invoice, and you know, just stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? More lifestyle, because like I said, like pushing the pallet, showing y'all the pallet, oh, I'm going here, I'm going there, or, you know, the little yap sessions I have in the truck and all that stuff. I feel like I done glazed over everything, you know what I'm saying? Pause. I feel like I done touched everything. So this video is perfect because we're gonna review the last 12 months, specifically the last 6 months, because I already did a 6-month review, but this is my 1 year. So let's get into the first topic. As y'all know, you gotta have commercial insurance to get in this business, to run any truck, to run a cargo van across state lines, and yada yada yada. Once you hit, about 11 months, 10 months. For me, it was about 10 months, depending on, the percentage that you pay down. I got August for free. Paid all the way from September all the way to August. I paid July's bill. So August for me is free. September for me is free, but my renewal comes up. Now I'm in that time period of like, okay, I'm running, I'm not having to pay no insurance, but I'm stacking that money away because I know that renewal's coming. Honestly, I never thought I'd be able to pay my insurance policy, to be honest. I started my commercial insurance policy with that Ram ProMaster, that truck right there. My down payment was $1,500. My whole policy was like less than $16,000. And as soon as I got my box truck in October, I added that to the policy, and that shot my rate up to about $2,670, $2,680 almost. So right under 2.7K, $2,700. And I was like, bruh, I ain't never had no bill that high. I never had no car note that high. My car note for this car right here is $450, but my rate is like 2.29% or something like that. It's a low rate. I got this car about 4 years ago, and I've just been paying the minimums, whatever. So I never really thought I could pay $2,700 each and every month, especially considering the fact that I wasn't even at 6 months yet. Everybody talking about, oh, you gotta be 6 months. Oh, you gotta have an inspection. Oh, you gotta be inspection and 6 months. Oh, you gotta have 5 to 10 loads ran with our company. Oh, you gotta do this. Oh, you gotta do that. So I'm running TQL loads. I'm making $300 going out to San Angelo. I'm making $500 going out to Lubbock. I'm making $350 going to OKC. I ain't making nothing. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't using Curry at the time because I'm like, okay, OTR. Everybody talking about OTR. So I'm trying to go OTR. I ain't making a lick of nothing. And I'm like, oh, damn. Like, at some points, I had to use a credit card. I ain't gonna cap. I had to use a credit card just to get fuel, just to save the cash that I had, because I know I'm like, okay, damn, I got $2,700 payment coming up. I even tried to be cool and be smart about it. I'm like, okay, each week I'm gonna break it down. Each week I'm gonna end up paying like a little under $700. So if I just set aside a little under $700, then I'm be able to pay each week, and then by the time that fourth week come, it's not gonna look so scary. I did that for a few months, but overall, bruh, you still paying $2,700 a month, and you gotta factor that in. You gotta factor fuel in. You gotta factor tolls in. Don't take no express lane, bro, because don't do it. Just get up early. You know what I'm saying? Drive a little bit over the speed limit, you know what I'm saying? Don't tell DOT King told you. You got to get to where you got to go efficiently, bro. And if you taking the express roads, express tolls, and all that stuff, them bills gonna come into your. I'm telling you, them bills is high. Like, I just paid a couple of them NTTA toll tag bills. The last one I had was like $900, and that was for at least, I think that was for like a month or two. Me taking what's it called? The Tex Express toll road, the expressway in Texas, DFW, whatever. Was taking that. Was taking the tolls back to the crib, back to the yard. Avoided 635. You know what I'm saying? Just dumb decisions. Yeah, I would get to where I was going a little bit quicker. Avoid traffic, wouldn't have to sit in traffic in Fort Worth and none of that stuff, and Arlington and all that. But when that bill comes, you're gonna be looking toothless. I ain't gonna lie. Having a $2,700 insurance bill, especially within the first 6 months, was daunting. It was scary to me, honestly. I can't even lie. I managed to make it to where I'm at now, you know what I'm saying? All off the strength of the hustle, you know what I'm saying? I'm not using credit cards no more for fuel. I'm not using credit cards for personal items or nothing. It may sound dumb to y'all, but I don't know. I'm a little fearful of loans and credit cards and all that stuff, because it's just, it can sway your mindset a little bit. You know what I'm saying? That you pull out, maybe you use up $1,000 or $500 off a credit card, and they're saying, "Oh, you only got to pay a minimum payment of $45." I'm like, "Oh shit, okay, bet." Whole time you probably gonna run up another $500 the next month. Now you owe what, $950 or something. Oh, your minimum payment's only $65 this month. Oh shit, yeah. Don't fall into the trap, bro. Right now I'm shopping around for quotes. I got a insurance agent that I contacted the other day to go ahead and run my file. I'm running it a little late, a little close to the renewal time, but I already let him know that, you know, as soon as your renewal period is coming up, your email that you signed the application with, you applied to get your DOT number, your MC number, your authority, they're going to email you, "Hey, we're an insurance company. We do insurance for truckers. Contact us, get a quote, get a quote, get a quote." So my email been flooded with people trying to give me quotes. So shop around. That's going to be beneficial to you. It's going to be beneficial to me too, because I ain't paying no 25, I ain't paying no 27, you know, maybe 2 bands, maybe 2,200. That's cool, because I can do that. That's $500 a week. I make $500, you know, in a day. That's easy to me. Shop around for your quotes. Shop around for your insurance policy. You know what I'm saying? Get the best quote for you. I done have my boy training to be my second driver, and that kind of fell through a little bit. The offer is still kind of on the table. You know what I'm saying? If he wants to reconsider and, you know, take the opportunity to run, then we're gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go cash out on another truck, and I'm gonna put him in there, and we're gonna run. You know what I'm saying? Basically like the plan that I had initially. But as it stands right now, you know, he's doing his own thing. He's still working his job, you know, coming home to his girl every night, you know what I'm saying? So it's understandable, you know what I'm saying? And we already talked about this, so it's like, it's no shade, it's no shots being thrown and all that. So he knew I wasn't forcing him to get in the truck. I wasn't forcing him to do none of that stuff. But it was an opportunity I had to allow him to grow as a person, as a man, as his own man. And it was an opportunity for me to grow this business and this company that I'm, you know, investing in, trying to grow each and every day. You can only do so much with one truck, you know what I'm saying? You can do a lot with one truck. But when you have 2 trucks and they're both paid off, and they're constantly running, you know, 2 is always greater than 1. People have their routines. You know what I'm saying? You get off of work, you come home to your girl, you come home to your lady, you come home to your wife or whatever, your spouse, and, you know, you go to sleep with them, you spend time with them, you laugh, you eat, ha, and do all that stuff with them. You know, it's hard to really want to transition and change up that routine. You know, it gets to feeling uncomfortable. And I totally understand that, you know what I'm saying? That may not be his reasoning, but, you know, that's what I'm going to let y'all know. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to dive and delve into his business and all that stuff. If he wants to tell y'all his business, y'all can go follow him on Instagram and message him if y'all want to. That's up to y'all. But as it stands right now, we are still a single truck operation. I'm still the owner operator of this company. And I am open to either hiring a second driver or leasing my authority out. But I'm not going to do it the illegal way. Just so y'all know, I am charging a premium percentage, you know what I'm saying? And only because I want to do this legally. I don't want my numbers, I don't want my authority to be put out of service. I don't want to have to deal with DOT calling my phone like, "Hey, somebody's running your numbers and it's not you," and this, that, and the third. And you know what I'm saying? You're going to be on the insurance. You're going to be covered. You're going to have your own insurance. You know what I'm saying? There's going to be contract agreements, lease agreements. You know what I'm saying? And I'm only charging a premium because I'm considering hiring a dispatcher, so I don't have to deal with all the hats. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to wear all the hats. I'm already driving my truck as it is. I'm not trying to dispatch you, dispatch myself, run the load, have you calling my phone talking about, hey, such and such happened, this, that happened, da 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 da. That is what I have a dispatcher for. You call the dispatcher, all your problems go to the dispatcher that booked your load. You drop the load off. Me and the dispatcher work together to factor and invoice those loads, get paid. He gets paid, you get paid, I get paid. You know what I'm saying? Keeping it simple, keeping it clean, starting to build a hierarchy and structure within this company. Not trying to wear all the hats, although I could save me a little bit of bread, but I'd rather do it the right way in the most efficient way possible. And while I'm still in the truck, while I'm still running this truck, and while I may have a second driver running the truck, it just makes more sense for me to alleviate that stress and take away that one role, that one hat that I would have to wear in this company. Bring more attention and more light to that as I get more comfortable and understand the opportunity myself. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to just sign somebody on to my authority or lease out my authority to somebody or hire a second driver, da 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 da. And I'm not fully versed. I'm not fully, up to speed on that, because that is a step up from being an owner operator. Having two trucks or having somebody else on the authority, that is a big responsibility, and I just want to make sure that I'm ready for it, and I want to make sure that I got all the legalities and all of that stuff, you know what I'm saying, in order before I start advertising that, hey, need a driver, have your own truck, come with me. Ooh, I'm not finna do all that right now. When that time comes, y'all will be the first to know, and we'll go at it from there. I haven't really been running a lot of freight. No, don't get me wrong. I still run my routes. I still do my one pick, one drop. I still been running loads. I still been running, but I've been doing a lot more moving. Yeah, I know it's moving season right now, and I've been taking full advantage of it. I haven't been showing y'all too much of it, but I personally been taking advantage of the moving season. And since I got this 26-foot truck, it's just been beautiful. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was doing moving in the cargo van at like $100 an hour, dealing with a certain type of customer, and it just was not it at all. I've been doing a lot more moving, bro. I ain't been running freight too much. Not as much as I was before when I was dropping the videos back and forth. But it just pays more money, you know what I'm saying? It pays more money. You're not putting hella miles on the truck. Now, if you're doing like out-of-state moves and all that stuff, you're going to be putting the same amount of miles on your truck as if you were running OTR. But you're getting way more money out of the deal, you know what I'm saying? I just quoted somebody a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom apartment. Actually, I had they move in one of my videos previously. I said it wasn't going to be a full truck, but I'm at the brim. Could have probably did a little bit better job of making it tight, but I was thinking it was going to be mainly boxes. Most of this is like miscellaneous items. That guy and all his stuff that he had in the truck, he wanted us to take all that stuff to Tennessee and tow his Tesla to Tennessee. I quoted him $4,400. That's a steal. That move, if you would have booked that move with 2 men in a truck or some other college hunk moving, they probably easily would have quoted you well over $6,000 to $7,000 for that move. And I feel like I was doing him a favor. But, it kind of fell through. He had his, the wife you got to talk to him, you know what I'm saying? So they were like, no, we just going to sell the house, sell it pre-furnished or something like that. And we just going to move with nothing. I'm like, regardless, he's still going to pay $4,400 to get your furniture back. Made no sense. You come across moves like that frequently, you know what I'm saying? I got a move scheduled next weekend, and that's paying me, almost $2,000. To me, moving it's taxing on the body, but I'm used to it. You know what I'm saying? I've been doing moving since 2022. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a pro, I'm not professional, none of that stuff. I'm not the master mover. But I get the job done. You know what I'm saying? I know how to pack the truck. I know how to make sure, you know, everything is safe and secure. Nothing's falling over. Nothing's tumbling over. And y'all see that. If y'all follow me on Instagram, I post like my highlights. I just posted a move I had the other day, and a few of y'all seen that on my story. Y'all seen that. I picked up the stuff, dropped it off, and didn't even shift. Honestly, it's better than going OTR out to Georgia, out to Colorado. Because, yeah, while you might get $1,200, $1,500 to go out to Colorado or something like that, I could take a move out to Colorado and make $5, $6, $7, $8,000. You know what I'm saying? The money's just different. It's literally different money. It's literally a different way to use your truck. You don't have to go dock to dock all the time. You know what I'm saying? You can go dock to dock Monday and Tuesday, then Wednesday, pile up somebody's stuff, take it all the way out to Georgia, and then by the end of the week, you coming back. You'd have made more money doing that whole move than you would have if you would have went dock to dock all week long. What I'm doing right now, especially within this moving season, up until late September-ish, October-ish, I'm good. I'm Gucci, you know what I'm saying? I'm running my little loads here and there, making, $300, $400, $500 each run. You know what I'm saying? Then I go bust a move, $2,000 here, $800 for this little one bedroom, boom. $1,100 for this little one bedroom over here, boom. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you got 3 flights, you got 2 bedroom, you moving 20 miles across town. I got 12, 13, 14, $1,500 for that move there. It might be a week I got 2, 3 moves lined up. Like back in the day, that's 3, 4,000 something dollars. So, and I'm not moving the truck OD. I may even have to fill up one time for those moves. You know what I'm saying? That moving money really is different, bro. You got to diversify how you're running your truck. You know what I'm saying? Whether you're doing final mile contracts, whether you're running the gig apps, or whether you're doing moving, or maybe you're doing junk removal. Diversify how you're running, because you don't want to rely on just one source of income. Take it from me. Take it from my mistake. You know what I'm saying? I was relying on Curry. I was relying on them heavily, and they booted my ass. You know what I'm saying? Take it from me, bro. Use me as an example of what not to do. And what not to do is do not solely rely on one broker, on one gig app, on one platform, on one, company that has a platform to provide you work. You know what I'm saying? We all fall victim to that complacency, that feeling of comfortability. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I'm getting all my lows from here. Oh, this is great. And you don't ever think it's going to run out. And which it may not. I may still be running Curry to this day. This video may not come out. You know what I'm saying? But by the grace of God, it did. You know what I'm saying? Because my one mistake led me to having this shift in my mindset to the fact that I should have been thinking like this, and I was thinking like this, but I wasn't acting on it. And B, I'm not relying on just Curry no more. Like, I got private work coming in on my email talking about, hey, can you take this? Or I got these 3 loads for this week. Pick which ones you want. Or if you can run all 3, I'll give them all to you. I got, other load board. You know what I'm saying? I just subscribed to Truck Stop. I got moves. I got junk removal. I got commercials. I got residential. I got relocations. I got people telling me to go pick up antique stuff from the antique store. I got people telling me to go pick up couches and grills and all type of stuff from Home Goods and Home Zone and Nebraska Furniture Mart. And one of the last points I want to touch on, because I don't really want to make this video too long, you know what I'm saying? Because it's really just like one angle of me yapping to y'all boys. Always be somebody that's willing to take advice. Always be somebody that's coachable, teachable. Always be that person. Always be that owner, operator, that business owner that's willing to learn and to do your research and to collaborate and put great minds together to create something positive, create something better than what one mind can create. And I know a lot of us think, oh, I'm a boss, I'm a boss. I don't need nobody diving in my business trying to take over and this, that, and the third. And I think like that too. But like I said, 2 is better than 1 and 3 is better than 2. So if you got like-minded individuals, you got people that's having the same mindset, having the same goals, that's running the same, play that you running, trying to position themselves to scale, trying to position themselves to duplicate blueprints, collaborate with those folks. You know what I'm saying? There's enough money out here for each and every one of us. Why don't we all just take that money for ourselves? You know what I'm saying? Now, also have discernment. Be weary of folks because there's a lot of snakes in the grass, to be honest. It's a lot of snakes in the grass. But always be a person that's willing to take advice. Always be the person that's willing to hop in the back seat of the car. Always be somebody that's coachable, teachable, and always soaking up knowledge, always soaking up game. You know what I'm saying? You never know enough. You know what I'm saying? You may think you know everything, but there's always new things coming out. There's always new strategies on how to do stuff. I just ran into a dude the other day picking up a load. Ran into some detention time too. Shout out to the broker. You know what I'm saying? And I was telling him, oh yeah, I'm running this, I'm running that. I'm trying to scale up, get another truck. Woo, woo. He was telling me, yeah, my buddy, he bought this truck. We got a 50-50 split. I'm like, bro, that's unheard of. Yo, he bought the truck. He paying the insurance, the tolls, the maintenance, the fuel. And he's giving you a 50-50 split so you can get your own truck and run under his authority? That's a brother right there, bro. I ain't gonna cap. That's a real bro right there. But he was telling me, he was like, bro, that sounds good, bro. You doing your thing, woo, woo. Have you ran Amazon? I'm like, bruh, every time I book a load with Amazon, they cancel my load, bruh. I'm like, da da da. Like, I try to book this load here. He's like, oh, that's the post office runs, da 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 da. They're AI generated, so if they don't need it, they don't have the capacity for it, they don't have enough freight for it, they're just gonna cancel it. I'm like, yeah, that's what the middle mile logistics manager dude told me. Whatever, whatever. Y'all know what I'm talking about if y'all run Amazon. He was like, yeah, but you do got to run those 10 loads first. Woo, woo. But once you run that first load and you do it good, then it's really going to your score is going to go up. So you'll start seeing different loads. So it's not going to take you 10 loads to start seeing good loads. If you run 1 or 2 loads and you do good, you're on time, you're not late, you don't have any marks, then you'll be okay. I'm like, oh, snap. Okay, bet. And he was like, have you done the poster truck? I'm like, nah, I heard about it. I watched a video on it. Woo, woo. But I couldn't really figure it out, to the extent to where I'm like, I want to go ahead and leave my poster truck order up there. He was like, bro, you got to do this, you got to do that. Do this, do that. If you're available at this time, do that. If you're available at that time, do this. And if it don't hit by this time period, just take it off. I'm like, okay, bet. Woo, woo. We chopping it up, whatever. I'm trying to pick up my freight. He's trying to pick up his freight and all that stuff. Before he leaves, I'm like, bro, let me get your number, bro. I'm going to call you. I'm going to text you. I'm going to talk to you, pick your brain about this Amazon stuff. I'm going to pick your brain about, some other work that you got going on. Woo, woo. Because, hey, if your buddy bought you a truck, he got another truck. He got 2 other trucks in Minnesota or something like that, in Houston too. Then what's the difference? He got something going on in his head to the point that where, his business is rolling. You know what I'm saying? He may have been in this a little bit longer than I have, but it been rolling, and I want to get some of them tips. I want to get some of them tips and tricks, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm trying to implement some in my game, my business, and I'm really trying to go up to the top too, you know what I'm saying? I may not want to have 4 trucks, but, having a second truck, and it's running smooth like this one is too, maybe I could put that second truck on the Amazon. Hey, that's a lot of power, you know what I'm saying? So always be somebody that's can communicate and can really, ask for help, you know what I'm saying? Don't just be that truck driver that's can't be helped, you know what I'm saying? That don't want nobody in their business, you know what I'm saying? And I get it. It's like, yeah, you don't want nobody all up in your business, you know, taking money, taking cheap freight, whatever. But it's like, you run across some people that have great intentions, that have good intentions, that have good character, good morals. And that, you know, they may have more experience than you. And I met that person. You know, I meet people all the time, you know what I'm saying, at truck stops, at fuel islands and all stuff like that. And I soak up game every conversation, bro. But you got to use discernment too. So keep that in the back of your head, because some of these people, they may look nice, but deep on the inside, it's a little bit different. So, but that's the last point I wanted to touch on, y'all. Overall, for my 12 months, my whole year of my authority being aged, running my truck, running this operation and everything like that, I grossed way more money than I ever thought I would. You know what I'm saying? I grew into a person that I dreamed of being, and I still got more growing to do. And honestly, this is probably the best decision that I ever made in life, at least in my 20s. You know what I'm saying? I low-key, I would have said, oh, I wish I would have got this truck sooner. I wish I would have got this truck sooner. But I think I'm right where I'm supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? I think God put me in this position where I'm at currently for a reason. You know what I'm saying? So for me to think, oh, I wish I would have got this truck sooner. Oh, I wish I would have did this. Or oh, I wish I would have done that. It would have changed the trajectory of my whole entire journey, of my whole growing process of my life. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I thank God every day that he wakes me up and then I'm able to run something, or I'm able to book a move, or I'm able to do a walkthrough consultation, or, you know, like right now I'm able to go sweep out the back of my truck, because it was nights that I watched so many videos. I'm talking about box truck bros on Instagram. I'm looking at Mark the Mentor videos. I'm looking at Midwest, his videos. I'm watching all the lives. You know what I'm saying? I'm watching everybody. Corey Moe. I'm watching what's the dude? He had a gun channel now. He used to do a little bit of trucking. There's so many videos that I watch. How to make $5,000 a week, non-CDL box truck. Oh, check out my non-CDL hot shot combination, my setup. Oh, how to get into the box truck game. I'm looking at every single body. Everybody that y'all watch, I was watching them too. And I was in that cargo van, headphones in, listening. Like, I'm talking about me and bro in the cargo van. We had a day full of deliveries and store pickups and all this stuff in the cargo van. And I'm cutting on Mark the Mentor. As soon as that notification hit my phone, oh, Mark the Mentor is live. Boop. Turn it up on the Bluetooth. Me and bro sitting there listening. He ain't really caring, but I'm like, hey, bro, this woo woo. I'm trying to do this too. Oh, you could do this. I'm gonna do this too. I'm writing down notes. I'm like, okay, I gotta get my med card. I gotta go get this. I need to go get straps. I need to get a pallet jack. I need to get a box truck with a lift gate. I need to check the dimensions of the box truck. I can fit 10, 11 pallets in this box truck. I could do this. I could do that. I can get on Curry. I can get on dispatch. I can get on this. I can do this. I can do final mile. I can do this. I'm like, bro, we should do final mile. We can make $600-700 a day. I'll pay you this. I'll pay for the fuel. Woo, woo, woo. Like, every single day, I dreamt of being in the position that I'm in. And, you know, I'm happy, but I want more. And that's always been me. So, I don't know what the future holds for me. I know what I want it to hold, but hopefully my plan aligns with what God has for me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just taking every day, day by day, trying to get 1% better than I was the previous day. You know what I'm saying? If I can be just 1% better than I was yesterday, and I can carry that growth on each and every day, I'll turn into a monster, bro. And that's the type of mindset that I instill in my homies. That's the type of mindset my mama instilled in me, my pops instilled in me. And that's the mindset that I'm just harboring right now. You know what I'm saying? It's just festering inside. You feel me? So I want to grow. I want to scale. I want to grow. I want them M's. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to get there. And I just appreciate y'all for watching these videos. I appreciate y'all for following along on the journey. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry I've been MIA, but it is what it is. Life, life does what life wants to do. So I'm going to go ahead, take this broom, take this blower, go get the back of the truck cleaned out. I'm going to put some of these papers, these load tenders and bill of ladings into the binder. And then I'm going to take my butt to the house and I'm going to kick it. You know what I'm saying? So make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, hit the post notification bell so you'll be notified every time I drop a new video. You know what I'm saying? We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers, so make sure y'all share these videos with your friends. Post this to your Facebook, post it to your TikTok, clip me, do whatever you gotta do. You know what I'm saying? Let's get to that 1K mark, man. It's your boy Ken, and I ain't got nothing left to say. Peace.